Today I'm going to explain you the concept we have under the evaluation management. So evaluation management ಅಲ್ಲಿ consultation ಅನ್ನೋ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. So one of our subscriber has requested this, so I thought of making a video. I was free to, and myself Daksha, and I am a medical coding trainer at Core Scout Institute. So Core Scout Institute is one of my institute which is running in the Mysore from past years. So let's go back again with the topic and coming to consultation. So what does consultation means? Just in one word, it's a second opinion. So we usually get confused. Are we going to pick a consultation code or are we going to pick the office visit code? Whenever we are dealing with evaluation and management section, what will happen is like it is quite tricky for you to pick a code from which section. For example, whenever you're dealing with the surgery sections or whenever you're dealing with anesthesia sections or whatever it is, radiology section or path and laboratory sections, what will happen is you can directly get into the anatomical side and what is the procedure performed, you're going to pick the code. But when it comes to evaluation and management, what will happen is the question itself looks the same and you will get confused from where you're going to pick a code. That means, are you going to code from an emergency department or are you going to code from a critical care services, or you're going to code from inpatient services or discharge services? You get a lot of confusions, and also your options also looks the same. Your options also, like 4 options, you get it from one on the discharge and one on the inpatient and office visit. This makes you clumsy. So what I will be telling you few tricks and tips what I usually suggest my students. Okay, so before we get into that tips, I will explain what is consultation. Consultation is nothing but it's a second opinion. So whenever a patient is taking a second opinion on any services, you are going to understand it's a consultation. But the guideline says we have a specific guideline under the consultation section. So what you have to follow the specific guidelines means the consultation codes are applicable only if there is a recommendation. If just a patient goes to a doctor and asks like, doctor, I need a second opinion, then that is not considered as a consultation. The consultation is only considered when it is recommended or requested or referred by one physician to another physician. Okay, so there must be a recommendation or there must be a reference or there must be a reference. So if there is no these kind of recommendation, refer or request, you cannot consider this as a consultation. This is the first important point you have to follow. So while you see a question, what you have to do is you have to see, is this consultation is recommended or requested by another physician? And also the guideline says, if the second opinion is requested from a patient or family member, then it is not considered as a consultation. Yes, it is not considered as a consultation. It should be recommended or requested by a different physician or qualified healthcare professionals. And this is the first thing. And the second thing is like, once after the consultation is requested, whoever the consulting the doctor is, consultant doctor need to provide the written report. The written report is mandatory. So the written report is mandatory. So in the question, you have to check whether the written report is there or not. Like, so if you find the written report, then it is considered as a consultation. So that is a mandatory rule. So the doctor need to provide a written report to the requested physician. So for example, Dr. A is recommending Dr. B or requesting Dr. B. Now the Dr. B, after evaluating the patient, the Dr. B need to give a written report. Okay, so these two things are very important while you pick the consultation. And the third thing is like, you have to check the consultation is performed where, that is office, clinic or inpatient during the stay. If the patient is admitted in the hospital during the stay, if the consultant doctor is coming and giving a second opinion, you have to code from a consultation inpatient, not for an office visit. So that's what, if you need to see the place of service. If you see a second opinion is taken in the physician clinic or in the office facility, then you have to code consultation office services. If you see that the second opinion is taken during the stay in the hospital, then it is a consultation inpatient service. If you want me to give an example, I can say is like, for example, there is a major accident happened to the patient. Now a dermatologist request a plastic surgeon to come and see the patient whether the surgery is required or not. Now a plastic surgeon come in the request of dermatologist and see whether the surgery is required. Now the written report is given saying that yes, the plastic surgeon is going to give is result. So now this is the consultation inpatient service, you are going to quote it. And one more important here is we have a modifier, that is 32 modifier. So 32 modifier is a mandated services. I mean to say this second opinion is taken. Why? If the second opinion is taken for the third person request, so like it is requested by the third person, not behalf of the patient, then you are going to append 32 modifier. So this is mandatory. If you want one more example, I can say, like for example, now the insurance says no, this surgery is not required. Now the patient has to prove that this surgery is required. Now the insurance company says, why don't you take a second opinion where I suggest you or where I refer to a doctor. Now this services is performed because of the third person request, then you are going to append 32 modifier. So these are the important things you have to follow under the consultation topic, and you have a specific guideline under the consultation section. I would request you to go through the paragraph, because it's very important you on the exams, like whenever you take a decision or whenever you come to a CPT code conclusion, you have to see the specific guidelines while you pick the code. So this is all about the consultation, and this is all you can follow for now. And if you need any specific topic explanation, you can comment below. I hope I make this video as soon as possible. And thank you so much, many of you are supporting me, and I'll be back again with one more topic. Thank you.